When you live remote, you need reliable power. And today I'm going to be introducing you to the Bluetti AC70 Power Station. We're headed to the off-grid property and we're going to check it out. What's going on? It's Samantha from Lone Crow Adventures, the channel where we talk about all things camping, hiking, and backpacking. And today I'm going to be introducing you to a brand new power station product for fall of 2023. It's the Bluetti AC70. And this thing is the best power station that I have ever used. So let's start with some technical specs. The Bluetti AC70 weighs 21.4 pounds and has 1000 watts of continuous output with a 1000 watt AC inverter. The Bluetti AC70 is a 1000 watt power station. It has 768 watt hours of power, and it has a 1000 watt continuous load inverter. So this thing is able to draw pretty substantial amounts of power and able to power something that draws a fair amount of power on a continuous basis without erroring out. In order to ensure optimal performance, the management system of this battery is an MPPT MBS controller, and this means that it's going to have a continuous output and it's going to discharge the power evenly and securely. This power station is capable of producing both AC and DC power. AC power is the typical power that you have in your house with an outlet with something that you plug in, and DC power is power that is generated in battery form. So that would be like when you plug your phone into your computer, or if you plug something into the cigarette lighter on your car. That's a DC power, and this power station can handle both. If you take a look here, you'll notice we've got two 120 volt 20 amp AC outlets. So these are standard grounded plugs, and they have a surge protector of 1400 watts on them, which means that if the output exceeds 1400 watts, the surge protector built into the unit is going to kick in and prevent malfunction of your equipment, which is pretty much an essential feature. If you take a look at the DC section here, you'll notice that we have two 100 watt USB-C outputs, and that is sufficient power to quickly charge up your phone, your tablet, or any other USB-C powered device. Then we also have two standard USB-A outports with the 12 volt max there. So it's nice that we can plug stuff directly into this power station. And if we take a look over here, we've got some more DC power. This is your standard 12 volt cigarette lighter that you would plug in here to power something in your car. So if you have a 12 volt pump example for your camping mattress, you could plug it directly into this. It's going to power that pump. And we also have this. This is an XT60 port, and what you're going to do here is you can plug this into a solar panel. So if you had your solar panel, the input into the battery would go right in here, and this also does come with a 12 volt car charger to XT60 input, so that you can plug in here and charge this device via the 12 volt cigarette lighter that comes with the unit. If we flip this thing around to the side, you're going to notice right here, this is the AC charge cable. So This would be where you would plug the cable and then plug it into a wall outlet if you're at a hotel or if you're at home, to juice it up and fully charge this puppy up pretty rapidly. This thing charges from the wall from like 10% to full in about 2.5 hours. The manufacturer says it takes about 4 hours, but I found that this thing charges really rapidly when it's plugged into the wall. And this little thing here, they provide a screw with it. This is a grounding screw. So if you're trying to use this more like a traditional generator, you can ground the unit. That just adds more safety and is an extra protection against potential mistaken accidental electrocution. Nobody wants that. So I'm just going to briefly show you the different cables that come with this. They're pretty self-explanatory, but just so that you're aware, this is the charging cable. So this is the cable you'd plug into the wall, and then you would plug this into this port right here on the side. Now, a couple nice things about this. A lot of power stations have some type of cable that has a big old power brick that plugs in with either an AC or a DC input into here. This one actually just uses a standard plug that you would have on the back of your monitor or the back of your desktop computer, which is nice because if you happen to misplace this, this is easy to replace and it's inexpensive to replace. So that is a nice option. It's widely available. So if you're on the road and you accidentally forget this guy in the hotel, it's not a big deal, right? You can get another one very easily. This is the other charge cable. So this end, this little yellow end, this plugs in right up here, right there. And this end is called an XT60, in case you're ever wondering that. I had to look this up. And this plugs into the cigarette lighter in your car, that 12-volt plug-in that you have in your car, and you can charge this up while you're on the road, which is a really nice feature. The other really nice feature is that you can plug this in and you can charge this battery while the battery is actually dispensing to other devices. A lot of power stations require that you're either loading the battery with power or that you're discharging the battery with power, and it doesn't have the ability to do both. This one does, which is a really nice feature because I can plug all my headlamps, lanterns, GPS, phones, whatever I want into here, and I can also plug this thing into the cigarette lighter and top it up, which is really nice feature. I really enjoy that. And for folks using this at the cabin or in an off-grid application, we have this. This is an MC4. So this is what you would plug into your solar panel. So I've got a couple different solar panels. I have an All Powers portable foldable panel, and this will plug in right there. And then I also have a 100-watt Renogy panel. It'll plug in there, and the input, or the output, sorry, into this device is that same XT60. So if you do have a solar panel, it comes with the cable, and this is going to fit all solar panels. Pretty much every solar panel nowadays uses these inputs and outputs. One's for positive, one's for negative. This is positive, this is negative. So you can use either one of those little foldable solar panels, or you can use one of the more stationary ones that are mounted either to the top of your camper, to the top of your van with this power station. And I'll put links for the 2 different types of solar panels that I use with this power station in the description below. Now, in terms of this device being a heavy hitter, the reason I call it a heavy hitter is it does the basics, right? It does the phones, the tablets, the laptops, the lights, the lamps, all that stuff we just talked about. But it does things that my other power stations are not able to do. This thing can run a coffee maker, for instance. This can run a electric frying pan. This can run a hot plate. This can run an electric griddle. And those are appliances that certainly if you're doing a road trip or something, or if you have a camper that is not powered, like a tent camper or something like that, you're going to need a power source that's going to be able to power all of those things. And this little device here definitely has the output to be able to power your basic kitchen appliances. And that's something that's really helpful if you're going to be on the road for a long time, to have some of those extra luxuries with you. It performs really well, it doesn't fail, and there's not too many power banks in this price range that can really do that and do it well. Now, if you're wanting to see this power bank run some pretty serious power tools, and that's right, I did say power tools, then I want you to click right over here. That's going to take you to my second channel where I do a lot of different things with tools and a lot of different projects outside, and you'll get to see this bad boy in action. Links are in the description below. We'll see you on the next one.